about Uga Aishi. Uga Aishi's mother, Samiba Aishi, was a phenomenal, skilled textile worker whose ability to weave beautiful fabrics was unparalleled. However, she lived in a quiet, rural town, far away from the nearest city, and her works of art were seen by anyone aside from her immediate family and neighbors. It seemed as though she was to die in obscurity. Her extraordinary gift, unrecognized by the world, even as a small child, believed it was a terrible injustice for her mother's genius to go unseen and unappreciative. Determined to give her mother a recognition she deserved, Uga resolved to spread her mother's name in artistry far beyond their humble home. Her plan was simple, but clever. Uga Aishi began crafting clothing from her mother's fabrics and offering them to travelers to pass through their town, each garment carrying not only her mother's patterns, but also Uga Aishi's hope that a countless number of eyes would behold her mother's artistry. What had once been hidden away in their home had the potential to travel the length of Japan to Uga. Excitement, her plan succeeded as more and more people to help her mother's master full work word of a legendary weaver began to spread. Before long, people from distant towns and cities began to arrive, eager to purchase extraordinary fabrics. The once quiet village soon saw a steady stream of merchant nobles and common folks alike, all drawn by a desire to obtain clothing that would make them the envy of their neighbors. Uga Aishi soon recognized the true potential of her mother's words. It was art, but it also had the potential to be a lifeline. She formally established a business devoting herself to ensuring her mother's creations reached as wide an audience as possible. What had begun as a daughter's past, Uga Aishi gradually developed the skills, became as much as a master of her business as her mother was at weaving, where her mother Gif lay and thread and dye, Uga Aishi's laying in contracts and opportunities. And together they were an unstoppable force. The business flourished to such an extent that the name Aishi became a mark of prestige. To wear an Aishi fabric was to wear the very magnificent of elegance and wealth upon your body. Eventually, the name Aishi carries such a positive connotation that for generations to come, men who married, she carried a burden. As she was giving fabric, she met the man of her life and had Kijiosa